Welcome to Man That's Cooking. In this video, we're going to show you how to make Tacos Carne Asada. So this is one of those recipes where you can prepare a lot of things ahead of time and just put it all together on the day of your cook. And the first thing we're going to start with is creating a marinade for the flank steak. Okay, so in this marinade, we're starting out with 1 lime juiced and 1 orange juiced. Be advised, this is citrus, and you don't want to have your meat marinating in this longer than 24 hours. Now we're going to add 4 garlic cloves, roughly chopped because they're going into the blender. And then we're going to add roughly about a ½ cup of cilantro. Add a ½ cup of olive oil, a ½ teaspoon of salt, a ¼ teaspoon of black pepper, followed by 2 tablespoons of white vinegar. Yeah, that's that kick. Alright, so hopefully you have a blender, and if you do, that's going to make this recipe green. Kermit the Frog would be proud. Look at this. And so in the refrigerator, this flank steak will go with the marinade. Let it sit for at least 12 hours. Don't go past 24. And now we're going to work on the toppings. And again, this is another thing you can do ahead of time. You don't have to do this the day of the cook. So first thing is to dice up 1 white onion. We're going to put that into a container. That's going to go into the refrigerator and last for several days. Next, you want to use some kind of white cheese or queso blanco. In this case, we're using cotija cheese. And so this is going to be a topping for your tacos. It's going to last in your refrigerator for up to 1 week. But if it's still there after a week, wow. Fire, fire, fire. Yeah, fire. Let's get this party started, shall we? Alright, so you want to use a chimney starter like this. Get a whole stack of it going. Then place all the briquettes off to one side, because what you want to do is have a hot zone and a cool zone, so that we can do some direct cooking and indirect cooking for this cook. On to the fire it goes. Alright, so we're going to put this directly over the coals. And yeah, we're going to let it cook for about 2-3 minutes per side. Flip it a couple times. And just kind of try to build a pre-sear on this meat. You want to try to cook down that incredible Hulk greenness. And then what you want to do is move it over to the indirect side. So after flipping it for several times, you want to move it to the indirect side off of the heat, and it's okay to close the lid at that point, because that's going to allow a lot of flavor to start to collect with the smoke and all those good things. So give it maybe a good 10-15 minutes of an indirect cook off to the side, then bring it back over the heat. Now don't guess at this. You need a device like this. You need to take a temperature of this meat, because it's pretty easy to rapidly overcook this. And then you're going to be sad, your family's going to be sad. We don't want this. So at this final sear stage, just keep taking the temperature check. Pull it at 135 if that's what you like. I mean, you know what temperature you like for beef. And now the final important thing is to cut against the grain. So man here has got a little bit of a challenge. Alright, there he goes. I think he's figured it out. Yeah, look at that. So take a look at the piece of meat. Look at how the grain is running. Look at the lines in it. And then cut against that, because that's just going to make a tender chew. Or less of a chew, really. And it's going to be delicious, and your family's not going to hate you. Look at that. That is delicious and amazing. A little big for tacos, but of course, we're going to cut it down after this. So follow the grain, cut against it, slice the entire flank steak down just like this, and then turn it sideways and cut it into smaller chunks, just like that. Look at that. Not gonna lie, this was delicious. Alright, so just for fun, let's hook up some street tacos. What we're going to do is put some shells onto this barbecue. There's all kinds of ways you can heat up a shell. These shells are looking kind of old, actually, even though they were just fresh from the grocery store. You can use a cast iron skillet, you can microwave these. There's all kinds of ways that you can heat them up. But what's key for these tacos is to double down. You want to have these two shells overlapping just like this. Next, load them up with carne, add some onion, add some of that queso blanco, add some of that cilantro that you have left over. I'm sure you've got a bunch. It's a little challenging if you're in the middle of a windstorm, but then add some lime juice and then slice up some avocado. Why not? That is a great taco. So hey, thanks for watching this video. Hope you like it. Click like, click subscribe if you want to see some future videos from us. Check us out at manthat'scooking.com. We've got plenty of other recipes for you. And say hello to us on Facebook, Instagram, X. We're not on TikTok. Thanks for watching.